Hey guys, Ken Maxwell, the Hide Guy, back in the office this week after a week of vacation the week prior, and this is our market recap for week ending February the 15th. This week started out with the Packers having offer lists that are relatively unchanged with the last, say, 2-3 weeks. Really no new selections added, asking prices unchanged, the number of loads offered reflecting no change as well. The prevailing opinion of the trade was that the week might start off a little bit slow, but they were most people were thinking by the middle of the week, certainly the second half of this week, a lot of the Asian tanners who'd returned to the office would be entering into the market, maybe not wanting to pay full price, but at least there'd be bidding. Unfortunately, interest this week just really didn't come to fruition. There was a little bit of smattering of interest, say on Wednesday. Heard from a few sources there were tanners bidding from several different countries. Of course, they were bidding underneath the last traded levels. Counters were put out. Some guys, couldn't even get bids improved by $1. A lot of these tanners who are bidding decided that, we're just going to wait. There's no hurry. Just doesn't appear there's really any sense of urgency amongst tanners. And long story short, I would say it's very plausible there was maybe more business that was not concluded than business that was concluded on these big Packer hides. The good news for the people selling the big Packer hides is the harvest is coming off. It fell down to 596,000 this week. That is the second lowest non-holiday week harvest we've seen so far this year. So not as many hides to sell. But I think the prevailing opinion of most pundits is that it is clearly Packers were not able to liquidate their production this week. As it pertains to cowhides, a very similar situation. Offer lists were relatively unchanged with the last, say, 2-3 weeks, might even be a month back. No new selections added, asking prices the same. Interest, just like the big Packer hides, got off to a slow start. It really didn't get any traction throughout the week. Like the big Packer hides, very possible that the business that was not concluded may outweigh how much business was concluded. This is leaving most people the opinion that, it's very unlikely that processors were able to clear their production this week. So if you're looking in terms of sales as far as volumes, not a good week. As terms of prices, a good week because they're able to keep prices steady. Taking a quick look around the globe, our friends from Brazil report no real changes down there. Still plenty of unsold wet blue and crust for sale. That said, if you're trying to bid it lower, sellers are reluctant to take anything less. Now, if you can negotiate shipping and can take it relatively quick and you can take volume, maybe you can do something a little cheaper. That said, though, we're going to call that market unchanged. Our friends in Europe are reporting there's a number of producers who appears if they have plenty of hides for sale. Lots of offers this week. It'll certainly be interesting next week at the Milan show to see how many people are there. Expectations of the trade is that there will be a lot of European hide sellers at this show. Trading levels unchanged in Europe. If there are bids at lower money, sellers reluctant to take less money, kind of the same old story there. And in Australia, really no change to report there. Demand has been lackluster like it has been in most parts of the world. Prices unchanged, although there is reports of the guys who make the lower quality hides that go into the automotive trade are struggling as there's just not enough demand on that automotive side to take all the product being destined for that. Looking ahead to next week, you will have the Litapel show going on in Milan on Wednesday through Friday. I will be there. If any of our members would like to get together, shoot me an email, a text, give me a call. Happy, as always, to meet and greet all of our various members. As far as thoughts for next week, as market, I think you're going to see more offers here in the States. Whether sellers will take less money or not, we'll have to see. I think they're going to do their best to fight and to try to hold prices as steady as possible. The big thing that's coming out this coming week on Thursday will be the USDA export report. It will be the catch-up, if you would. It's going to be the sales from January 3rd all the way through February the 14th. The harvest during that time was 4 million animals. So we're going to need something close to 4 million on that sales if we're going to see this market holding steady. If we see something around 3.25 combined sales of wet blue, wet salted, I think you're going to see this market back into a correction mode. And I really am thinking that producers may have a hard time holding this thing together as we go forward to the end of this month. That's it for now. Ken Maxfield, your hide guy. That's our market recap. Check out our website, www.themaxfieldreport.com. I offer free, no obligation, 14-day trials on the website. Until next week, we'll check in then. Thanks.